Jamie Olson in hot pursuit, Sissy Wynn and the great Shelley Morgan all in the conversation.
Ease around the corner, start down the alley from Stephenville, Texas. Erath County Ranch lady, let's do it. Helena Noah said, whoa. Horse took a totally different look at that pattern. That will happen occasionally. You break the pattern, it's a no time.
Yeah, she gets around this first barrel, but you see the horse starting to turn to the left and breaks the pattern, going past that barrel instead of around it, so it'll be a no time. 3 group with Garden City's Jordan Driver. Number 17 in the world, was a little longer than she wanted to be. Now let's tighten them. She will knock over barrel number 1. That's a 5-second penalty for the young lady that won over $9 grand in Denver. So she will stop it with a 1969 once we add the 5.
Yeah, her goal is to win both the CNFR and the National Finals Rodeo in the same season. 7th-generation rancher ran into a little trouble on that barrel. Let's take a look now to Shelley Morgan. Eustis, Texas. Here comes the former NFR champion. She finished in the top 4 last night with a 1481. Texas, the louder you get, the harder they ride. Come on, let's ride with Miss Shelley. Morgan across the line in 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
3 ships that he had and 3 names for the next lady. Jimmy K. Cox. Jimmy K. Cox comes from Pleasanton, Texas. That horse is not named La Pinta either. Get a good start. This is a multi-talented woman. She rides, she trains, she breeds good horses, and she is a singing cowgirl. Yeah, get across the line. 1472, guys. I got you a new leader.
And a great start to our barrel race here at Rodeo Houston. And a lot of times in the barrel racing world, we talk about how this can be a difficult arena for these horses to navigate. You have to have an amazing jockey and a horse that really wants to come in and turn. The first barrel, it's a blind barrel, and it can be kind of a tricky angle. We saw here Jordan Driver, she went a little bit by the first yesterday. She tried to help Cyrus around it a little closer today, and they just barely knocked it over, coming around that backside. But like I said, you have to have a horse that wants to come in and wrap a barrel, and that's exactly what our fastest 2 times with Shelley Morgan and Jimmy K. Cox got done. And you can tell they run different directions. Shelley Morgan right there on the buckskin B, Jimmy K. Cox running across. They're in perfect time, matched up here at the second barrel. And right now it looks like they're going to tie as you go into the third. As they head into the third, we start to catch a little bit of a lead. And Jimmy K. Cox takes a step off that third barrel a little bit, and then just runs home with their neck out just a little bit stronger, and that made all the difference between the 1472 and a 1492. 1/10 of a second, but it can make all the difference in who's going to be moving on out of the Super Series and who's going to get paid. But what I'm looking at coming up in our next 4 barrel racers, 3-time world champion Brittany Posey Tanazi came out here on a horse that she had never ran at a rodeo before, and she's coming up.
Yeah, we'll all keep our eyes on that one. Thank you, Jenny. Sissy Wynn, 2-time NFR qualifier, Texas A&M graduate from Chapman Ranch, Texas. She was 1469 last night. Can the Aggie take the lead? Gig 'em. Yes! 1453. And the best dressed cowgirl, look at her set that barrel back up. Just did it all in one run, including take the lead.
Here's a Montana State Bobcat. Taylor Moykins of Three Forks, Montana. Another collegiate champ who won Jackson, Mississippi back in February. Was 15-15. She's a little wide around barrel number 1. Let's tighten it up, Taylor. Down to barrel number 3. She will travel. Texas, help out a Montana cowgirl. And it will be 15-21, 15-21. We are trending in the wrong direction.
All right. From Northeast Montana, let's bring you back.
Here comes Jamie Olson and her awesome mare, Amy. What a great first barrel as they head into that second. They won a second place check last night, but they are gunning for first as they go into that third. She's a nurse practitioner in her first trip to Rodeo Houston. What a beautiful run they just laid down, too. Nice and fast, 14.66, moves them into second yet again, but consistency can help you move along, and this mare was awesome tonight.
Yeah, that matched her first round time. Now to the lady that won the round last night with, get this, a 14.37. Brittany Posey Tanasi, the three-time champ of the world that Janie talked about just a few moments ago. She was born and raised in Victoria. She graduated from A&M as well. Here comes Brittany, and yep, she's got a chance to sweep 14 of 46, and she has now won the first and second round of her Super Series. She's on pace to sweep Super Series 2.
Those are the first two runs that horse has ever had at a rodeo. It is a game of inches. Couple more inches and that barrel falls as the horse digs in, getting around the barrel. You want to get as close as you can get without knocking them over before you make the final stretch to cross that line. 14.46, and Brittany